What is up, all of y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something special, but it's going to be a little bit different. We are going to be fully in the garage today because it is currently raining outside. That means we won't be able to drive the car immediately, but hopefully we will get some results in this video. So what are we doing today? I got a cone filter, just a pretty, standard cheap one that you can get at O'Reilly's. And we're going to be putting that on the car. Many of you guys know this is called a cold air intake, but some of you guys might not know what that actually is. What a lot of people mean when they say cold air intake is replacing the factory air box with like a cone filter like I showed you guys. The main goal of it is to get instant cold air into the manifold, but a lot of times people don't install it correctly and it ends up just sucking in all of the hot air that is in the engine bay, and so it doesn't really do its intended purpose. A cold air intake should suck in cold air from the outside. That being said, we are not going to be installing it the way I should probably be installing it. We're just going to be doing basically like a short ram where it's just straight and it's going to sit right under the engine lid. I got all of this from the write-up section that's posted on the MR2 subreddit. I forget the name of the guy who originally posted it, but he's done like a bunch of work on MR2s and he details the step-by-step process and all the parts you need in the write-up. It's super cheap. I think you can do it for like 40 bucks and I can show you everything you need to get it done. With that being said, I'm going to get all the components ready and show you guys, and then we're going to take a look at the engine bay as it sits. Okay, so here we have the typical intake layout for an 84 to 86 year MR2. The 87s onward through 90 are going to come straight out and they actually route through the trunk. This one's different. It goes down basically under, and then another scoop comes over to the side and pulls air from over there. It's meant to collect air from under the car up into the engine bay. A lot of you might be going, well, why are you doing this? The stock setup is fine, just leave it. Don't mess with how they designed it. And well, I'm not gonna pretend like I know way more than the engineers who designed this. There is one thing I do know for sure, and that this setup is very restrictive to airflow. The cone filter is gonna give us fresh air. Now, what I originally planned on doing was connecting it kind of to a side scoop, but the side scoops are pretty expensive, and also the setup originally is designed to deflect air under the engine and bring it up like I was saying before. So what I'm planning on doing is bringing it straight out and then having basically a 90-degree turn tube that feeds it down. For today, since I don't have that tube piece, we're just going to be doing the short ram, so the filter is going to sit right about there, right where the old one is. Okay, for the project you are going to need to get these things. Number one is just a 2-inch to 2-inch coupler. This one's just rubber that you get from Ace Hardware or something like that you'll be able to stretch. That's nice and flexible. And bro, it's skitzing out over there. Next is this guy. It's just for if you have AC hooking up to the vacuum line. I totally forgot what size this is. That is my bad, but just a little piece of hose that you can attach to this side, and then one that you can stick in there. To do that, I think I'm gonna just drill it. This is a 1/4-inch bit. Next, this is an adapter for the AFM that's gonna go to the filter. You can get this anywhere you get your MR2 parts, or you can fabricate one yourself. To undo the bolts here and retighten them, you're gonna need a 10 mil. Oh, and the lights are off. Okay, lights are back on. Like I was saying, 10 millimeter wrench for those 4 bolts. And then the last thing you'll need is any old cone filter. I went with this one because it is super cheap. It was like 30 bucks and it's black. I'm gonna try it out. Obviously these, you can get like a K&N if you are going for something a little bit higher end, but this is gonna do fine. And yeah. Okay, let's try and drill this guy out a little hole so we can stick it for the AC. That looks nice and clean. Okay, I think I'm gonna need something just a little bit bigger than this hole. It's not wanting to go in. Say 1564. Just trying to find the right bit, because once you go too big, you can't really go back. Yeah, I don't know. I ended up having to use this guy. Sometimes you just gotta work with what you got. Story of my life, but it turned out pretty good. This is what it should look like when you're all done. Yeah. Stick right down so that stick the other end of the line in there. We'll try it out. Should be perfect. The next thing you're gonna have to do is bend whatever side you're putting on the AFM a little bit wider to get it to fit over. That's why you need the flexible one, just to make it really fit, and then you cinch it down with the clamp. Now that we've got all of our pieces laid out, let's take apart the old system and get it ready for putting in the new system. First thing we're gonna do is disconnect these two hose clamps holding on the intake hose. Okay, now that we've loosened those, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the AC idler line, these two vacuum tubes, but we're just gonna basically pull it apart from the actual hose. Okay, that line is now hanging loose. Don't lose it at all, keep it in place. Next thing I think I'm gonna do is start working on the actual airbox, filter, hose, whole deal itself. The next thing we're gonna do after that is undo these bolts down here. One is a bracket that's holding on the actual MAF. And then this is connected to, I guess, like this plate that seals the filter. This first hose is held on just with one single bolt that you can either unscrew or undo with I believe it's a 10 mil. Let me double check really quick. 10 mil? That would be a 10 mil. Let's take a look at this filter here. Okay. Yeah, pretty dusty. I'd say that's a good amount of dust. This thing was totally white when I put it in. Now that that's off, we're going to undo these 4 bolts right there and make sure you save those ones. And this is a nice little surprise. These bolts look as clean as when they left the factory, to be honest. Not that it's surprising, as they've been protected by the air filter for all these years, but I'm just not used to seeing brand new bolts come off of my 40-year-old car. It's kind of odd. I think I'm gonna grab an extension for that guy down there. And that is pretty perfect. Man, that one took quite a bit of convincing, but it is finally out, and at this point you are good to start ripping things apart. Be aware to unplug this guy before you just kind of let it hang there. And that is the MAF and the hose. Oh, and there goes a clamp. This is that hose that connects the, I guess, upper tube to the filter, and where it's sucking air from down there. Looks like there's one more bolt I forgot about right down there next to the battery. All right, everything involved with intake is out of the car. If you're planning on doing your alternator, if it's due, now is definitely the time to do it if you don't want to drain and flush the whole cooling system, because you can snake it down under the manifold, and it's a little bit tight, but it definitely fits a lot better. I think I'm gonna mount this guy right there where the bracket was mounted. I think that's gonna be a good spot. Okay, here are all the parts laid out. What we're gonna be using is just this guy. Everything else is not gonna be needed. Okay, when you're all said and done, you should have something like this. You've got your 3-inch filter mounted on the little adapter plate. Those are the bolts that we're reusing. You're gonna have to use like an open-ended 10mm wrench to get them on there tight, but just, you know, start them hand loose. You've got the gasket, and then the sensor, the little coupler. You're really gonna have to stretch it. It takes some convincing to get it on there. Decided to use just like O'Reilly's ones. I've had better results with them, like holding on there tighter, and they're a lot more like clean looking, shinier. They don't have like a bunch of extra like labeling on them, so I like using them. And then you throw one on loose right after the I guess that little guy sticking out, and then you are good to put it back on. Okay, the new intake is officially installed. A couple things that I changed up. I ended up lengthening the hose right here just so it would reach better. I figure, you know, more is better. I stole one of the hoses from over here to go over here since these ones are just a bit bigger and this was a little bit loose. So I made sure and tightened it up. Other than that, plug that guy in and we should be good to test it out. All right, first drive is over and things went great. The improved throttle response is like night and day. It's like you step on it and it's right there, boom, like just going. So it's definitely a mod I would recommend. I mean, you can it's totally reversible, so it's not gonna like hurt the value of your car. And I think it's for cost, fun, effectiveness, I don't really know. I think it's definitely worth it. I'll keep you guys updated on like how it does over time. Also, I will be putting in some brackets to give it more stability. It's like on there nice and good. The clamps are going to keep it on there while you're driving. But I'm definitely wanting to put some brackets on there to hold it down. Also, let's take a listen to like the before and after of the actual, I guess like rev noise. It sounds the exact same.